So today we're going to do in the VLAN routing. So we have the project that we did in the previous video, how to create VLANs. And so as I showed in the previous video, we can communicate between each other because they are in separate subnets. So as a solution for that, what we're going to do is in the VLAN routing. So there are mainly two ways to do this. Either we add a router right here and create a router on a stick, or we add a multi-layer switch right here which does both switching and routing. So let's get started. Okay, first we're going to configure a router on a stick. So what we're going to do is simply drag and drop a router right here, and we're going to connect it. And basically I have added these as access ports. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this as a trunk port because all the traffic from these PCs are going through right here. So VLAN 10, 20, 30, 40, all four are going right here, so it needs to be a trunk port. So let's configure that. So I have given a continuous ping from this PC. Let me scroll up a little bit right here, from this PC to this admin PC. So it's requesting timeout, so it's not reachable at the moment. So we're gonna fix this. So first what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to switch, and we're gonna type the show VLAN brief command. So as you can see, all the VLANs and the ports are arranged properly. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna configure this as a trunk port. So I'm going to go to configuration mode, interface, fast ethernet 0/5, and I'm going to type switch port mode trunk and switch port trunk allowed VLANs, and I'm going to give the VLANs 10, 12, 10, 20, 30, 40, like that. And I'm gonna run do show IP interface brief. Oh, another thing to point out, usually in all the switches there are two protocols, ISL and .1Q. So right here, I think this is the latest version, so it doesn't have ISL, so it's running .1Q as default, so we don't need to configure it. So if you have an older switch, you have to give I think switch port mode trunk encapsulation .1Q. Yeah, just try it with the question mark. And if we go down, so do show run. Right here we have successfully configured a trunk port right here. So that's it. Okay, now I'm gonna open the router right here, go to the command line and enable configure terminal, and I'm gonna go to the port interface gig 0-0-0, and I'm gonna give it no shut. I'm gonna turn it up, but we're not gonna configure this. We're gonna create sub interfaces under this port. For each VLAN we're gonna have a sub interface, so this is how we're gonna create one. Interface gig 0-0-0 dot, and we'll just give the VLAN number. I mean, like, you can give any number, it's not relevant with the VLAN, so it's just easy for me to identify which VLAN is going to which sub interface. As you can see right here, interface state is up, so I'm gonna give no shut. Currently it's up and running, so let's try giving an IP address right here. So we're gonna give the gateway right here 192.168.8.1 as the gateway of this HR department. Okay, you have to give the subnet mask right here. Routing is not config. Chat. Oh yeah, you gotta give the command. You gotta make it encapsulated with the .1q. So I think the command is encapsulation .1q and the VLAN ID 10. So this is what identifies which VLAN is going to where, and then we're gonna give the IP address right there, and no shut, and show IP interface brief. As you can see, we have successfully created the gateway for this VLAN, so we're gonna do it for the other 3 departments as well. So right now we have finished configuring all the VLANs, so we're gonna run show IP interface brief. So all the gateways are created. So now actually I'm gonna close this. Wait, first I'm gonna save this. Okay. Now let's see the ping. I still request. Oh, I haven't set the gateway of this PC, so you have to set the default gateway right here. So it's gonna be 192.168.8.1 from here, and in this PC it's gonna be 192.168.9.9.1. Okay, right now it should work properly. As you can see, the connection has been going, so it is successful. So you'll just you just have to add the gateways that we created in the router right in these PCs as well, so it will recognize which gateway that it's going to go through when it needs to reach the destination. So that's it for route on a stick. Just like the route on a stick project, what I'm just simply doing here is all the PCs are the same. I'm just adding a modular switch right here, so let's configure it. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna enable and configure terminal, and I'm gonna create the VLANs. Char VLAN 20, name admin, VLAN 30, name employees, VLAN 40, name R and D. Okay, so we have created the VLANs right now. I'm gonna exit, and right now I'm gonna enable routing right here, so IP routing. So basically what this command does is in a multi-layer switch it defaults run switching, so for after we run this command it will also do routing as well. Okay, so now let's go to the interfaces. Okay, first I'm gonna do configure this HR department. So I'm gonna go to interface fast Ethernet 0-1, and first I'm gonna give no switch port. So I'm just gonna remove switching in that port, and I'm gonna assign an IP address 192.168.8.1 255.255.255.0. okay, and no shut. So like this, we're just gonna do the same for the other 3 PCs. So right now if we try ping the admin department right now, it should work. 192.168.9.2. Let's give a thing. So it should route right now. Yeah, as you can see, it's working properly. Yes, so the connectivity is successful. So basically that's how you do uh, in the VLAN routing. So that's all. I hope this has been informative for you, and I thank you for